Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for joining us today for managing your finances today and tomorrow. So we will go to our honorable guest, Delia Ramirez, who represents the 4th District for the Illinois House of Representatives.
I'm working with a number of my colleagues in drafting legislation that will bring additional relief to tenants and landlords come what we call lame duck session, which is the session that happens right before the official new session of the 102nd General Assembly here in Illinois. So my hope is that first week of January, a number of my colleagues and I will be hopefully safely in the capital of Illinois, introducing and passing legislation to protect tenants so that we don't have to depend solely on the governor executing an executive order with its limits, but that we've legislated some of that.
All of the services that I'm talking about here today are free of cost, free of charge, of course, and they're also available in English and Spanish. Housing and finances is really about trying to manage and help individuals manage their finances around budgeting, credit building, right? Understanding debt management, debt restructuring.
Tell them you've been impacted by the pandemic, right? So number one, I know it's very simple to say that, but very important is the key in here to get in contact with those vendors, with the ones that provide you a service, a loan, credit card, whatever it is, get in contact and tell them that you have been impacted.
We already know that the people who are the most affected by what's going on right now are below the poverty line or at the poverty line. And in many cases, it's the hardest hit zip codes across the country. And unfortunately, this pandemic has really heightened the fact that the haves continue to have and those who have nots continue to suffer.
Phishing accounts for 90% of all data breaches. And I'm sure everyone listening in here today has been the victim or seen some sort of phishing attempt. Phishing is the fraudulent attempt to obtain sensitive information, such as usernames, passwords, credit card details, all by disguising oneself as a trustworthy entity in some sort or form of electronic communication.
So now we're going to turn to the question and answer portion of our event.